Hello, my name is Ben Havens, and I will be teaching you how to be successful when playing the Pisces game. The Pisces game is an interactive group game in which students are divided into groups representing tribes, all of which happen to fish on the same lake. The issue with this lake is that it's being overfished. Groups are given a Twitter account to which they use hashtag commands to manage how much and when they fish, as well as how they manage their resources. What many don't know is that you can use these commands to cheat by stealing resources and fish from other groups. When playing the game, groups can take either of two routes. They can either cheat or they can play fair. Cheating basically entails sacrificing the good of the entire community to benefit your own tribe, while fair play allows you to attempt to manage the good of the community as well as your own tribe evenly in an attempt to make it an equal benefit for each other. Now, my hypothesis is that cheating is the most feasible option out there. To demonstrate this game, I created a simple game theory scenario which involves two individuals, you and me, playing the Pisces game. Now, let's keep in mind that the digits in these boxes are just arbitrary values that are simply there to represent which box has a higher value, has a better option than the next. It has no significance towards how many fish you will collect or how many rounds you will survive. So we will say there are 30 fish in our pond, and they repopulate at 20% of whatever's left at the end of each round. So we each have two options. We could either choose the minimum to fish 5 fish out of the pond, which is the amount necessary to make it to the next round, or we could choose the maximum amount, 15 fish, 3 times the minimum, guaranteeing us that we will live a minimum of 3 rounds. Now, since it is a symmetrical game, the outcome will be the exact same whether I go first or you go first. So we'll just say I go first, and out of the goodness of my heart, I choose the minimum amount. We are in the right-hand column, and I take 5 fish out of the pond, leaving you with 25 with what you decide to do with it. So you can either choose the minimum. We both take 5 out of the pond. We live to play another day. It repopulates a little bit, but we always have that thought in the back of our mind: when will the other person betray us and take the 15 and eventually kill us off? Or you could take the first step. You could do it before I do it. You could take the maximum, the 15 fish out of the pond, guaranteeing that you will live a minimum of 3 or more rounds, and those 10 left, more than likely you will have the resources to live longer than I do. I will die out, and you will have the pond left yourself to be able to live definitely longer than I, if not for eternity. Or so you will certainly choose the maximum route. Now, let's say that I choose the maximum route initially. I'm a cold-hearted guy, and I decide to take 15 out of the pond before you even get a chance to dip in it at all. So you have 15 left to do with it. Now, you could either take the minimum, be the good guy, but you'll eventually die off sooner than I do. Obviously a worse outcome than if you chose to take the maximum. Now, we deplete the lake immediately with both of us taking 15, but you are guaranteed to live 3 rounds, which is much better than the 1 and possibly 2 rounds that you would have gotten if you fished the minimum. As you can see, there's a strategic dominance in the upper left-hand corner, with each of us choosing maximum no matter what. This maximum is there to represent cheating. The minimum is fair play, showing that you will do what you think is best to allow the community itself to thrive evenly with your own tribe. Or maximum, you do what you can to make sure that your tribe does not go extinct before anyone else. You are scrappy, and you make sure that you survive longer than everyone. As you can see, with a strategic dominance being maximum between you and I, the best option for everyone in every scenario is to cheat. Now, many of you might be asking me, Ben, well, what if everyone worked together? Is it possible to have a perfect game where everyone lives for eternity? And yes, I believe it is possible. But you'd have to have the perfect personnel and 100% cooperation from everyone in every group, which I doubt. Someone will get greedy and someone will cheat. Now, as my final recommendation, I tell you to cheat and do not hesitate. As I said before in the game theory scenario, if you wait, somebody else will cheat before you and you will be left behind in the dust, dead. Please keep in mind that these are simply tips to win the Pisces game. In reality, play smart, but please play fair.